Seattle. Are you guys feeling the burn? My name is Ramandeep Singh Mann, and I am here to introduce a man who needs no introduction. We all know who we're here to see today. And the funny thing is, last Sunday I was sitting, where you guys are, and I had not in my wildest dreams thought that I would be giving this speech today. But here I am, and let's get to it. I'm a person, believe it or not, who has never cared to or had the desire to be involved in anything political. I just never cared because I thought it wouldn't make a difference, and why waste my time? And why waste my time with something that can never be fixed? But this time I did get involved, and there are two main reasons why. The first is that Bernie Sanders is the complete opposite of the status quo as far as politicians go. He is different. He speaks the truth, and he is someone I can actually trust to take care of the things that matter to us. The second reason I got involved is the dangerous rise of hate speech coming from the Republicans, and especially from one candidate in particular. Initially, I treated this as my evening entertainment, cracking jokes and laughing about it with my friends. But slowly it became less and less funny and much more serious as I realized people were taking this clown seriously. Coming from the Sikh community where tying a turban and keeping long uncut hair is part of the faith, I've seen firsthand the direct impact that hate speech can have on minority communities. Too many times members of the Sikh faith have been targeted in hate crimes because they were mistaken as Muslims. I say mistaken as Muslims because the Sikh faith is actually the 5th largest religion in the world, a completely separate faith out of India. When bigots talk about banning Muslims, kicking out all undocumented immigrants, and building walls, those words hit us on Main Street in the form of verbal abuse, physical abuse, and in some cases people have even lost their lives. Being the son of Sikh immigrants, I cannot stand silently by as the Republican Party leads this nation down a dark and dangerous path. How can any of us stand by and let this happen? That's why Bernie's vision has inspired so many of us to join this revolution. And that's why it is very important to get involved and get out and caucus tomorrow, March 26th, 9 a.m. Without further ado, let's give future President Bernie Sanders a loud 12th man welcome.
I had a dream of being at home plate in a major league ballpark. But I didn't know that I would be giving a speech. I don't have a bat in my hand, so thank you all very much. What a fantastic show. Thank you so much. Let me thank Felicia Pales, PM Marcus Valerio Bands, Joara McDuffie, the Taco Cat Band, Shamas Wantz. Grace Love, Dallas Roberts. Jessica Severance, Greensky Bluegrass Band. John Popper. And Roman Deep Sigmund. And mostly thank all of you for coming out tonight. Tomorrow, are you guys ready to make history tomorrow? Well, at 10 a.m. in caucuses all over the state, that is exactly what we will be doing. Tomorrow morning, the great state of Washington has the opportunity to help lead this country into a political revolution. Tomorrow morning, in the great state of Washington, we are going to say loud and clear, the billionaire class cannot have it all. Tomorrow morning, we are going to tell the world that we demand a government that represents all of us, not just a handful of wealthy campaign contributors. Here is the political reality that we have seen throughout this campaign. If there is a large voter turnout tomorrow, we'll win. If there is a low voter turnout, we'll lose. Let's make sure there is a large voter turnout. We began this campaign some 10 months ago. When we began, all of the media experts and all of the pundits said, Bernie, you're a nice guy. You comb your hair beautifully. You're a GQ kind of guy. But really, your campaign is a fringe candidacy. You can't win.
We'll take it.
Well,
we'll take it. We'll take it.
11 months, 10 months have come and gone. When we began, we were 3% in the polls, 70 points behind Hillary Clinton. Yesterday, a national poll came out. We're 1 point up. We have now won 11 states. And if there are large turnouts tomorrow in Washington, Hawaii, and Alaska, we have a shot to win 3 more. And I believe that if we win here in Washington, we're going to win in California. We are going to win in Oregon, and we've got a real path toward victory to the White House. And let me also say that if we win the Democratic nomination, we are going to win the general election. The poll shows us that in matchups with Donald Trump, don't worry, Trump will not become president. A recent CNN poll, consistent with many other polls, showed Hillary Clinton doing very well against Trump. She was beating him by 12 points. We were beating him by 20 points. She was tied up with Ted Cruz. We were beating him by 13 points. She was losing to John Kasich. We were beating him by 6 points. So don't let anybody tell you that Hillary Clinton is the strongest Democratic candidate to take on the Republicans. It is not true. But it is not just polls. Democrats and progressives will win when there is a large voter turnout. Republicans win when people become demoralized and don't come out to vote. It is our campaign, as you can see here tonight. It is our campaign that is creating the excitement and the enthusiasm which will result in a huge voter turnout in November. Let me just say for a moment a few of the very important differences between Secretary Clinton and myself. And one of them has to do with how you raise money for a campaign. When we began this campaign, we had to make a very simple decision, and that decision was, should we do what every other campaign does and start a super PAC? We agreed with you. We didn't want a super PAC. We don't need a super PAC. We don't represent